Hey folks, welcome back. Oh, we're going to show you an installation video installing cheap Amazon bought '08 style mirrors. The ad for the Amazon, showed that it was made for the 99 through '07 Ford Superduties, 350, 250, 5, I mean all of them. I don't know if the bolt pattern is the same as on an actual 2008, 2009, 2010. I don't know. I have replaced mirrors on those before. It's been a while, I can't remember. But anyways, I'm going to show you the mirrors. I've actually got two different styles here. One costs about $180. The other one's costs about $130-ish, because one's got a little bit more features than the other. So anyways, let's this video will be the installation as it is. The next video will actually be wiring up the features that these mirrors have that this particular pickup doesn't have, such as heated mirrors, the turn signal on the outside of the mirror, and I think a marker light is on there as well. But mostly the heated mirrors. Well, the only thing that's going to work on this pickup is the electronic movement of just the top mirror. The bottom mirror is not movable, as far as I know, in the new mirror itself. So anyways, we'll get you a different camera view and we'll go through it. So okay, so we're going from this style to this style. I think they look a little bit a lot better. I do kind of like the light out here, and I prefer there was lots of different choices. You can get this orange, clear. I prefer this is what they call smoked. I like it to match the color. I don't like shiny stuff. So I'm not a shiny chrome dude. But anyways, what I really like about these mirrors, this part's a lot bigger. Actually, like, this part's really not that much bigger. It's this part that's a lot bigger and be able to see more. Still does the same thing as far as, this mirror, you can only move around. You just have to set it, but usually once you get this set, it's pretty good. This one will move with your switch over there, and they do fold in. A little hard, but they do fold in. But like on a 2008 Ford pickup, that'll do it electronically if you got a pretty, one with a lot of accessories on it, and they telescope, but they do go out actually a little bit farther than the other mirror. The other mirror, I think, telescope's only about right there, so they do go out farther there, So anyways, that's what what it is missing is ones I had on a 2008 that I put this style on here. They were cheap Amazon ones too. It did have the little triangle or half a triangle shape deal in here. I chose these because they've got the heated mirror function, but that doesn't work on this pickup because this pickup didn't have that feature, and so this light's not going to work and all that stuff, even though on this pickup the plug matched, and we'll get into that all later. Anyways, mostly it's the heated mirrors is what I mostly wanted, for this feature. This feature I'm going to go ahead and wire it and have it there just because it's kind of cool. And so the next video will be wiring your marker light, turn signal light, and wiring in a whole switch to make the heated mirrors work. And that's the extent of what I'm going to do. I believe inside the mirror there's no motor to move this, and obviously there's no motor to move the folding in part. So installing this mirror on a newer pickup and stuff, you're going to lose those features. So but when we're talking about a pickup that never had it in the first place, it's not a huge deal. We'll just deal with it. So let me go show you the other mirror that I got. These were the ones that are about $180, give or take. And I mean, to me, I think they're pretty decent built. I mean, it's Chinese made stuff and they're pretty cheap, but I mean, I don't know. I just, if they only lasted a couple of years and then you needed to replace it, fine, replace it. You know, you can buy a lot of those, you know, there's tons of them come up, but you can buy a left or a right, you know, if you wanted to just update and do, you know, replace just one. So anyways, yeah, let's go have a look at those other mirrors. All right, pardon me, right before we do that, these mirrors that we were just looking at came with this adapter. I don't recall, but I think maybe the 99s or something, I don't remember, might have this particular. I don't have a vehicle. I have a 99 outside, but it doesn't have power mirrors at all. That's what we're going to go look at. This 2002 was able to just plug right directly, and we'll see that later. But this set did come with this adapter, and then obviously new screws, but you can use the old ones, which I did on this one. So we'll get to that when we get into the installation part of it. Okay, so these at first glance, I mean, they're pretty much exactly the same. It's a different company that was different seller on Amazon, but everything is practically the same. What you won't find is you won't find a heated mirror function on here, and maybe someday I'll wish I had done that on this one, but I don't know. But anyways, because this pickup is the old school roll up windows and completely manual mirrors, but that's fine. These are electric, you know, you can move this part electrically if you wire this pickup with this new switch and all that stuff, but you can get this type of a mirror for a little bit less if you don't want the heated part of it. But it should still have a turn signal and all that. Obviously not going to work on this pickup because it ain't wired for it. You just want to make sure that, you know, when you're buying these, that your bolt pattern is going to be the same, because I really don't know if they change that at all. So anyways, you're going to need to pull that off and pull these little grommets out, because there is your nuts there. Kind of peel this back because you have another one. There's 4 total. Kind of just barely kind of peel this up a little bit, and there's going to be one right in there. 7/16 seems to fit those really well. All right, so you will want to roll your window down, and hopefully I'm not blocking you. Now usually taking these nuts off of here, there's a few different ways, but use a deep weld socket. Sometimes you can get it off of there, maybe have it stay, get you a magnet, and then get the bolt retrieved, or the nuts, excuse me. Jeez, it's been a long day. You know, if they fall, they usually fall kind of right in this area, but it's usually not too bad. If you're real careful, they usually stay on there. But if you can, also, you can take the socket off of here and kind of go like this. That's how it kind of usually takes to get them to go in. This one is a little bit farther back in there than these other ones are. Well, this one is your last one, so hold the mirror. And it's going to be the one that's going to be the hardest, because if you let it drop, then you could lose your nut if it falls out far enough. But we got it. And sometimes they'll stay just like that. And then, oh, I totally forgot. So prior to doing this step, we're going to have to backtrack a little bit. We need to get this door panel off of here. What an idiot. Serious? Get this all unplugged. little screw right in here, a 7mm socket fits this real well. I don't know, it seems like on these 99s to about 2002, 3 or whatever, it sure seems like you end up using a lot of both metric and standard. Try to get you a decent camera view of what I'm doing here. Got this cover off of here. There's another screw right down in here. It's also 7mm. A lot of these have, this is a light. The bulb's burned out in this one, so as soon as you get those two things out of there and this off and unplugged, you'll kind of just stuff these down here. Just kind of lift up on it a little bit. And pull the bottom part out of it. There's one more thing back here behind here is just a quarter turn to get this out of there. It's one of the easiest door panels I've ever removed off of the vehicle. So then I'm gonna have to find another socket. We're gonna go ahead and take that speaker out. All right, get these 4 screws out of here. 7/32 fits this real well. Gosh, I cannot believe. Let's do a how-to video. Oh, just go ahead and forget about a whole step. One of the most important ones. We'll find out exactly why. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but here I'm the guy showing you how to do it, and I'm not even doing it right. Pull this out. I usually just let it hang. It's mostly just so you can get in here and fish this in. You kind of just pull this down a little bit. And there is the plug for the mirror. So just kind of push this little tab in and pull it out. So get it started through here. Okay, now I can get this off. That off of there, let that hang. We're on the other side of the door. And you just kind of pull it off of here, and then just kind of snake your wires out of there, just like that. Okay, I usually take a chance and I kind of clean everything underneath of here. You know, just take a rag and just kind of wipe this off. It's something that never gets cleaned or whatever. Do that. Then I'll go ahead and show you unboxing. Stuff that's supposedly just really cheap, come wrapped in. There was another plastic piece over here. I had taken it off, or maybe I put it on backwards, but kind of got this neat little bubble wrap type stuff, and they pack them pretty good. So anyways, and then they got these little rubber things on here. Just go ahead and pull them off and set them aside. And I don't know, all you need to really do is just drop this down inside of here. This is why it's really important to have the window open. And why I take the speaker out, so we can get this fished all the way in here. And get your your bolt started like so. And then what I do is I got a deep walled socket here. Hopefully you're able to see what I'm doing. Stick the nut in like so, and I start with the one up here in the top and just get it started in place. Once you feel it snug, then you're able to relax, because now the mirror is going to stay on. Very good. Better camera view, or closer view anyways, is what we're doing. Same thing is just stick the nut on there, start out like this, get right in there, and then that's when you tip it. That way you don't lose the nut down inside of there. Get it started just by hand. Probably needs to be sucked in more than it does. So if you run into that, you just need to reposition it. Looked like there was enough threads to start this. There really wasn't, so I just kind of had to jockey the mirror around a little bit. And got it pushed. Got it pushed in there a little bit, So now we got that started. Usually about, it'll look like that, and then this gap right here. Let's have a look at it over here. You can see, you're going to kind of have to move this around a little bit, because we're going to want to suck this gap down. Like we did on the right side here. Got this not perfect match, but getting it sucked down there like so. Alright, so this part right here, I like to put the socket in. I like to do this by hand. It doesn't really matter what you get started with, but you want to put your finger in the gap over here, make sure that you're getting it sucked down. You don't want to be, and you kind of want to just do a little bit. You don't want to do just one over here and one over here, because it'll, get it all lined up. And just do a little bit on each one, and just keep going. Yeah, it's getting closer. I can feel it with my fingers. Really a sequence to it, but you can see you'll feel it kind of moving around a little bit. There's a couple of little plastic kind of nubs or dowels that have to go in some holes on the other side, and usually when you get the bolts lined up in the holes, you're pretty close, but it's not perfect. But the last thing you want to do is get this thing in there crooked and be screwing on it with a, like a electric impact gun, and be, and break this, because it is plastic. And I just like to feel, there's no, I don't think there's any torque specs. What is the torque spec? All of them. What foot-pounds? All of them. How many's all of them? I don't know. Just till they're just pretty much, snug. They're not all sucking down like that. And so, and these just barely, like if you want to, you could possibly, nip that off a little bit, because it does come out just a tiny bit. I don't care. It's not a big deal to me because it's going to be on the other side of that. And I mean, this plastic piece or whatever, you know, that goes on there, it's these ones right here, but they just are exactly flush. The old ones were recessed in there a little bit. I'm talking about the end of the stud here. But these ones I don't care about because that plastic pillar piece that we took off, which I lost already. There it is, that one. You know, and these rubber grommets are going to go over the top of these here. So, but have a look-see at it here. This one got on there pretty, yeah, the other one's a little bit more straighter, you know, but it's on there really nice and solid. I like it. Feels good. And you know, same thing with your telescoping feature. Yep. Okay. Rubber grommets back in place here. Now we got the plug right here, and we'll get it fished up into that right there. That's where it goes. Fits exactly in there. But there's a square hole cut in that kind of comes up through here, and then plugs in like so. And then I usually like to have this, as long as it's draped around like that, it shouldn't get in the way of any of the window movement stuff. But you can also, I think I'll go ahead and I'm gonna get a zip tie, and I'm gonna zip tie that, you know, right in there. Alright, so he's got it zip tied right there. To keep that out of the way, and cut the ends of your zip ties off, folks. Man, I don't know how many vehicles that come into work, I come into work on, and you got the tail sticking out somewhere like that. Oh, it's one of my pet peeves. Don't ask me why. It just is. Seems like it's messier. But whatever. So now we get the I'm going to replace that bulb for the light down there. It's a quarter turn to get that deal in there. I usually see if your view is back here a little bit. Usually push that lock down. Get some. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Here I am doing it again. Trying to do a how-to video on forgetting steps. We're crying out loud. I don't know if anybody should listen to me. I'm not even that entertaining or good looking. Ugh. Speaker put back in. The wrong screw in there. Okay, now this one. Like I said, push the lock down. You got let's see, these tabs right here. Kind of got to get those started into place. Oh, trying to get it where you can see it. get them started into their holes like that. All 4 of them. Okay, and you can kind of relax your hand a little bit. Push this forward, get all of these wires pulled up. Smash them inside of there, and then maybe with that, you're going to get your light put in there. And just kind of push it in and down. We've got 2 other deals that got to get in place. Oh, I'm so sorry that's so hard to see. There. Those, same thing, they got to go up, in, and down. But once you get it in, you'll be happy. Okay. Back our 7mm. Screw back in place, which is right in there. Double check and make sure you can pull all these wires out. Got one of them kind of smashed down in there, which is why you want to get them out before you put the panel in. I had them out, but it must have fell, so I got to take it back off again. There, got them all 3 out of there. This is one of the videos, excuse me, this is one of those videos that you watch and be like, don't do what that guy does. How, another different reverse psychology type of a how-to video. Yeah, so get this light cover right here, you know, because there's the 2nd screw that just goes in and snaps in place. Got your mirror adjustments, windows, and all that on this plug. All these plug back into place. They're all different. You really can't get them wrong. There's a tab right here. Start with it in first. Mirrors work without the key being on this pickup, so, but we got moving out, moving in, up. What's nice is, you know, sometimes you get these, you know, mirrors. I've gotten other ones and other brands before, and aftermarket switches that, you know, you go to move it this way and the mirror moves this way. You know, not a huge deal, but anyways, we got our right side working there. So that's making these mirrors work. Last step here is to put this piece. All this does is just, you know, snaps on and off. Snaps on like so. And you're done. Not bad. So be waiting and check out the next video, because we're going to go back in here and we're going to wire it to make a switch make the mirrors, the heated mirrors work, and a marker and a turn signal light on these. So check back for that if you're interested in learning how to do that. Thanks for watching.